Our building is part of our marketing platform. We have our logos everywhere, we have our listings everywhere, and we advertise our vendors everywhere. Even from our front sign, we put our logo on. We were very intentional about it. So right here in our lobby, everybody's introduced right away to all of our specialty houses that can be their home.
Welcome to Spotlight Sioux Falls, where culture meets commerce and the people behind our favorite places get the mic.
We're your hosts, Melissa Goodwin and Steve Schmidt, and we're sitting down with the makers, doers, and dreamers shaping the soul of our city.
From storefronts to side hustles, tattoos to tech startups, we are telling the stories that make Sioux Falls shine.
Because behind every business is a human story, and those stories, they're what make our community feel like home. This is Spotlight Sioux Falls. Welcome to Spotlight Sioux Falls. I'm Melissa Goodwin, joined here with my co-host Steve Schmidt, and today we are at the Amy Stockberger Real Estate headquarters with Amy Stockberger, one of the premier real estate agent in Sioux Falls. Aww. So you have built an incredible powerhouse here over the years. I imagine it hasn't always been easy.
Oh.
No. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit about, so we're in this beautiful building. I thought it was I thought maybe a couple of years, but you said it's been here since 2019.
2019 here on 49th Street in Minnesota area. So no, it has not been easy. I have a PhD in failing forward, and so that's what we do. We're not scared to try things, but we've made so many mistakes. Our theory is we don't lose, we learn, and it's helped us to continue to be at the top of our industry and to serve at the highest level. That's what it's all about. Our whole foundation is built on serving our clients, our agents, and our community.
Why did you choose to build your own? I mean, you had a place before. It was a cool office, good vibe, but I mean, this seems like more of a vision than it took a while to plan this.
Right.
How intentional was this? And talk to us about, talk to the audience about what is all under this roof?
Right. Well, it's a one-roof solution. That's really why we decided to do this. So kind of backing it up to where we really found a big hole in our business. It was about 2014. I've been in the business now we're going on 26 years next year. Insane. But about 2014, we realized that something was missing. A big thing was missing. Systems are one of my superpowers. And so we were really good at the before and during part of the transaction. And clients were so happy. But we were realizing that we weren't getting that repeat and referral business based upon how happy everybody was.
Right.
And I couldn't figure it out. And it blew my mind, actually. And I knew at that time that it cost more money to acquire a new client than to keep a client for life. So I was running these billboard ad campaigns to the tune of $30,000 a year. And the only campaign goal was to remind people who knew, like, and trusted us to use us again. That was the only goal. We got new business, fabulous. But that was the reason I ran those campaigns. And shocker, it didn't work. So it wasn't authentically serving our clients at all. It had nothing to do with them.
Right.
And so I went down the rabbit hole, and I had to get really intentional, extreme ownership. I'm like, okay, what is my point of difference? And what I came up with was really sad. My point of difference was, and this is what we were advertising on the billboards, me and 7 other real estate agents, brokers, teams in our small little town of 170,000 at that time, going down our bustling streets of Sioux Falls, all saying the same thing. And what we were saying was table stakes, things that every real estate agent should do anyway. So I found out our unique value proposition was we were the local best at connecting buyers and sellers. Oh, and sellers, we could sell your house for the most amount of money, shortest amount of time, least amount of hassle. And buyers, wait. Yeah. We could find you the right home, matches your parameters and your budget. You guys, that is actually the definition of my job.
That's showing up.
That is not anything different than the definition of my job. And it was really disappointing for me to realize that, because I was about 10 years into building, 8 to 9 years into building. And so we decided to get really intentional about taking care of clients for life. And we knew by doing that, it would take care of our agents for life too in our community. Yeah. And so we built out what we call our lifetime home support model back in 2015. And it consists of having a system and strategy for every step of the home buying and selling process, before, during, and forever. So from any type of life journey, we have a solution. So think of the very first homeowner leaving a lease, going into home ownership, we have a lease buyout program. All the way down to that very last seller who's going into that senior care, selling that last house. We have a senior guided age, golden age guided move program. Yeah. And really everything in between. Our
Yeah.
signatures are one roof solution, which is why we moved to this building with our VIP club and our vendors. And it just allows us to stay so intentionally in service with our agent or with our clients that we're top of mind, but in a way that's caring for them, not just throughout their home ownership journey, but their human journey.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite conference rooms because when humans are making really big financial decisions and their kids are bored because real estate is so boring for kids, they get distracted, and it's hard to make good financial decisions when you're stressed. So when we were building out this building, this was one of my favorite conference rooms to build out. It's our kids' room where we have just a stockpile of fun things for the kiddos to do while their parents help them find their next adventure and their next home.
And now you are less focused on Amy, the powerhouse real estate agent, because everybody knows you're good at what you do. It seems to me like you are now taking those people here, whether they're 18 years old or 21. I mean, you have some young agents who are starting to kill it.
Yeah.
And you're teaching them the model, right? So you're providing them the infrastructure and the systems to succeed. So my big first question is, as someone who loves to sell, and I know you're really, really good at it, and you're very intentional, what balance of your time is spent on that side of the business versus growing your company and the processes within that? Because there's a balance there. One's kind of outwardly looking and one's inward.
Right. That's a hard part for me, but it's an intentional piece of our strategy, is building big, juicy legacies for everybody in our ecosystem, our clients, our agents, and our community. And while I'm not actively selling as much as I used to, there's still a part of me that'll never not sell. I just get too much of a enjoyment out of it, and have built such great relationships over 25 years that I won't give that up. But I enjoy what truly fills me up now is watching my agents win on such a high level and being able to help them do what I did wrong. Because again, before I built out our lifetime home support model, I did everything wrong. Yeah. And real estate agents, our industry has the most shiny object syndrome than any other industry. And that's usually where agents fall, is they're doing so many things that they never become a master at one. And in our industry, your sphere is always going to be your biggest lead source forever and always. Yeah. And so when we created our model, that was what I was thinking, like, how can we do that, love on our sphere at such a high level that they're saying our name? And that's what every business should want. Every business owner should be trying to have as many people as possible talking about your brand as often as possible in the best way as possible all the time. Yeah. That is what you want, in front of as many people as possible. That's what you should want. Yeah. And by our VIP club, our clients, when they buy or sell with us one time, they get access to our VIP club for life. So
a bouncy house too, right?
Right. Moving trucks for free for life, moving supplies,
It almost feels too good to be true. Like when I get emails and things from you or texts, and they'll be like, hey, we've got a turkey. You give away turkeys. You have these events. And it's like, is this still free? Like from 10 years ago when I bought this house? So you've invested a lot in your community.
This bell went up, I think the second day we moved into this building. This bell is used when anything good happens. Somebody serves their first client, somebody has a big event in their life with their team, they come out here and they get to ring the bell.
As someone who used to be your client and someone who's been your client, I mean, it's fun to hear this now. What are those items? I'd love to hear exactly what it is, because it'll blow people away when they hear it. And then you showed me the other day, and I'm like, so all these things are true. As I'm walking through the storage unit, seeing the golf simulator, seeing the conference room that people can come and literally hold big meetings that you'd have to pay thousands of dollars for.
Yeah. Tell us about what is in this lifetime support.
So our lifetime home support model, one of our signature unique value propositions is our VIP club. So they get access to our moving trucks for free. We have 2 trucks. We have an enclosed trailer. We have a flatbed trailer. They can come use for life for free. So even after they move, I have luxury clients who buy $1 million, $2 million houses who come back and use these to go move a couch or to move a kid into college. So access to that. And then we have our party supplies. So think cotton candy, snow cone, popcorn machines, bouncy houses, portable Blackstone grills, margarita machines, karaoke machines, commercial grade food warmers, anything you can think of to throw a party, they can come get for life for free. And that's one of my favorites of our party supply, because in May, because we're in South Dakota, right? A lot of people have graduations in their garage. In May, we usually check out over 800 pieces of equipment in May. Wow. Oh, wow. So that's amazing. And all of this stuff has our brand on it, of course. We branded every piece of equipment. So smart. And then we have our tool shed for all the tools that most people don't want to rent buyer store when they have with the house.
Oh,
So,
talk to me about this. I don't have any tools. This will be interesting.
well, so it's a ladder, specialty tools, wheelbarrows, fans, like when people get water in their basement.
Yeah.
Anything you can think of, we likely have in inventory. And when our clients need it, we put it in inventory. They can come just check it out for free for life. And because we knew that we wanted it to be easy, we also built software. So they go back to this software that's branded to our agent, that has their information on there, that they can easily check these pieces of equipment out, sign liability, do all those things, and just come and pick them up and return them. So it's just another value add. Again, not just home ownership, but all their human seasons of life is what we're trying to help. And then we have an online discount center where our clients can save over 100,000 on over 100,000 national retailers. So Nike, Under Armour. We have a special right now on this that they can get a Cabo trip. I think it's like for 5 nights for like 4 people for like $500 or $600. Like, there's all this stuff that our clients can get that they get for life. And then our vendor program is really, really a big one that is my favorite too. So clients, real estate agents are super connectors. That's what we do. We get to connect buyers and sellers. And then when agents do their job right, they get to help their clients connect them to everything else they need after the transaction's done. So clients come to us, they wanted to know who they should use for HVAC electrician, who to choose for the dentist. And so I saw that opportunity. I'm like, well, I can help my clients. I can provide another avenue for my agents to have nothing but great things to talk to their clients about. And then I can help these local businesses grow their businesses. So we built out a vendor program. We have over like 110 vendors in there.
And growing every month.
Right, and we have a, they give all of them give our clients legendary care, preferential treatment. Some give preferential pricing, but it's a way for us to stay intentional with our clients because we know they need these things. So it just made sense for us to put it all underneath one roof. And then in this building, you asked this, Steve, sorry, we also put climate-controlled storage units in the back because
so cool.
Yeah,
and
because
they're full.
they're full, and because there's always that point where they either need to get stuff out of their house to get it sold, or they have that pain point in between where they just like have. And so our clients get 30 days free in an active transaction. And we want, typical agent or client stays in there for like 90 days. That's beautiful. That's what it's for. It's just to be in and out underneath our roof. They can use our trucks, come use that, and then it's an easy peasy because guess what? We know they need that. So we're like, why not provide a solution to that?
And then go play some golf too on the new sim.
Yes, got the sim back there. That's Mr. Stockberger, got that in. So he's our ambassador of fun in 2025. So that's we're in our largest training room here, and this is where we have our team meetings, where we have get-togethers, but we also give away this space to nonprofits to use for free and for our clients to come in and use it for free. The only caveat we ever have is that our listings have to be advertised on a rotation that we have set up, as well as our vendors, because we love our vendors and we love getting as many eyeballs as possible on all of our homes.
I would love to hear more when you got started. What did the landscape look like when you started as an agent? And you've had a few inflections. You mentioned 2015 as one of them. How did you just come up with these amazing ideas to transform your industry and your business? Tell us a little bit about your beginnings and some of those inflection points to now.
Well, I got into the business straight out of college, did the 5-year route, actually didn't graduate, walked, but didn't actually graduate, didn't get my diploma, had a little bit of a health hiccup, and started to work for my dad. He owned a Coldwell Banker at the time, and he had an anti-nepotism rule, which was perfect, and it was the best thing for me. And so he put me in the back of a dark, dank office, paid me like $24,000, and it was like sink or swim. And I fell in love with this industry. It's just such a beautiful industry, and we get to be a part of people's lives in such big ways, both in happy times and sad times, and I was just so drawn to it. And so I've worn a lot of the hats. I worked on the backside, got licensed about 2 years in, was a buyer's agent for a hot second, then became a single agent for an even hotter second, and decided, nope, I'm just gonna do this on my own. So I started a team, got my middle sister, one of my best friends, got her licensed, and we hired a part-time assistant right out of the chute. She was actually hearing impaired because I was working a lot with the deaf community at that time, because there were a big part of the deaf community was moving out of market, so I had a good relationship with them. And we just started going, and Stace and I, my sister, we used to run 5 to 15, sometimes 20 open houses a weekend.
Man.
This was before Googs. This is where Google was Google.
Yeah.
Googs wasn't the Googs. People weren't doing what they were doing. Like we were we were running and gunning, and my goal was I could outwork anybody. All wrong way to run a business.
You can't scale that, yeah.
No, you can't
You'll
scale
burn
it. It was
yourself out.
it was
And you
terrible.
burn yourself out. Yeah.
Oh, I did everything wrong. That's really, one of the reasons why I built what I built is that because I did everything wrong, and I watched how it not only affected my body, my child at that time. We just had one child, my marriage, my health. Like, we had so many things that happened because I was just 15 plus hours, 7 days a week, just grinding, and it was the wrong way to do it because I was trying to do all these things instead of really being intentional about what should I do, and I should take care of my sphere. Which is going to help my agents take care of their sphere, which is going to help them build big, juicy legacies too.
Service mindset, 100%.
Oh my gosh, I say we're servapreneurs, not entrepreneurs, and we only bring servapreneurs into our organization because that's who we want to be with. We want to walk arm in arm with.
How do you vet who is a servapreneur and who says they want to be?
We hire, fire, reward, and recognize on our core values, and so that's one of the very first thing that we go over is these are our core values. This is who we are as an organization. And we don't stray from it. And if it's not in alignment, you usually can know. And if that's, you get the
vibes.
The vibes, yeah. Maybe an agent coming in saying, "Gosh, I just don't really want to work a lot, but I want to make a lot of money." I'm like, "Well, you're not going to make it at our company." Yeah. That's just not the way it's going to work. We're servapreneurs. We're here to. You will have to put in the hours. You're going to have to do that. Mm-hmm. Your clients are going to need you at 7 o'clock on a Saturday. Yeah. That's the deal. Mm-hmm. So we have a one-roof solution at our office, and one of the ways we do that is with our climate-controlled storage units, where our clients get 30 days free. And we just added in a new addition for our agents and our vendors and clients if they want to come play, our golf simulator room. But because we want our agents to be so intentional about knowing the market inside and out to ensure that they are the local knowledge brokers, the best of the best is which they are, is that we're changing up the code to be getting into the golf simulator room based upon stats that are going on in our market. So they'll need to know their market stats to get in. Let's go in and check it out. Hi, guys. Hello.
So you are incredibly branded. Everything from your coffee cup or your water cup on your desk to the clothes you wear. I saw your Adam had the custom dunks on.
Oh, so cool. Yeah.
Amy's, I love
got those
it.
for all your people, right?
Our people got them for us, for Adam and I.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it was so cool. I cried. Our brand is like in my soul. It's etched in my soul.
Yeah. How did you start to understand that the importance of brand? When did that happen for you?
I think branding for me was right away. I just saw when I got into the business, even to my dad, I remember saying, like, there has to be a different way to do this. There has to be a better way to do this. And I remember even like my first listings, I'm like, I need to outsign everybody else. I need to have more signs. I branded my open houses signs right away, and just realized that as a small ant, in our industry at that time, that's what was going to matter. If I could have them remember my brand, that was going to be an easier way for me to grow and scale faster. So our brand's a big deal. I used to joke, my kid, my clothes, my cars, like everything's branded. And I was like, Logan, I'm not ashamed of throwing them into school wearing our brand. Everything.
Amy Stockberger baby bottles, Amy Stockberger baby rattles.
I love it.
We had our trunk and treat. We do a community trunk and treat every October, and I was giving away the kids our activity books. And the kids were like, I want candy. I'm like, here's an activity book with our brand all over it.
I
like,
love
there's plenty of them this way.
Probably a QR code
yes,
too.
and we ran out of candy, and I actually was giving away our branded pizza cutters for a while. I'm like, sorry, we have candy coming, but in the meantime, here you go.
Yeah, pizza cutters are useful.
Smart.
Yes.
So this is a funny story. I was at the gym yesterday, and they always ask me, who are you guys going to interview? And I said, Amy Stockberger is coming up on Friday. He goes, oh my gosh, ask her about the planes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny, somebody just said this morning. Yes.
Yeah, so he's like, when do you decide you need an airplane? Like, it was really funny. So tell us about the planes and some of your strategies. You've got trucks.
Yeah, so the plane one's kind of a funny one. I like this one. Legend was born. We have Legend came to us through adoption. We had 7 years of trying to have another baby, IVF, looked into surrogacy, like all the surgeries. It was a rough time. I lost a lot of babies. I think like 7 or 8 miscarriages. It was insane. So we had just God had brought Legend to us, and we decided to take the longest vacation we'd ever taken. So we took 10 days down in Florida. It was the coldest Florida I'd ever been in 30 years. And the entire time we're down in Florida, this plane was going by saying, buy one sweatshirt, get 2 free. And it was going, and I looked at Adam Stockberger and I'm like, no, my man, we are putting a plane in the sky when we get home. It'll be a pattern interrupt. We don't have beaches, but do you know how many sweatshirts we bought while we were down here? Because of that plane.
Yeah.
So dug into it, and nobody around here does it. It's a certain type of plane. So researched, I found a guy out of Omaha to fly the plane. People, the first weekend we flew it, there was people who loved it and hated it.
I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. First time we flew it, the next week somebody flew the Goodyear blimp. It was gold for us because everybody thought it was us.
That was just
Oh
a little
my
bit, like
God.
5-6 years ago.
Yeah, so everybody called us up and was like, oh my gosh, then now you got the Goodyear blimp.
Now
I'm
you
like,
got the
nope.
blimp.
No, so then we would fly like every nice weekend day that was out, or when there was like parade of homes, we would fly it. We'd fly it anytime there was a group of people, we would fly it. And it got to the point where people would just hear a low flying plane, and it'd be like Pavlov's dog, and they're like, oh, we heard you. And I'm like, we weren't out.
Yeah.
We weren't out. So then I was always kind of secretive because people would always ask me, because I didn't want any other plane in the sky.
Yeah.
Like it was a pattern interrupt. It was a great thing to put up there, was our branding. And I'd always told my employees, if anybody calls, send them to me. I can have the conversation. Sure. That here's the da 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 da. Well, one employee told another company who we used, and so like one weekend, all of a sudden I see a plane in the sky, and I'm like, we're not paying for a plane this weekend. And I'm like, nuts. And I was kind of upset at first. And I was like, shoot. But then I noticed it was a blue banner. And then everybody said, saw your plane again this weekend.
Oh my gosh, they thought it was you.
I haven't flown it for 1.5 years. I don't have to anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and when you're first, when you are an innovator, people are going to copy you.
Oh, totally.
I mean, we've all experienced that, I think. Yeah. So it's a matter of time, and it's in many ways it's a feather in your cap, right? It was that good.
And the plane, the digital signage on the trucks that go around town, but now you do so much online, and you're really, I bet if I ask you, you're just starting, right, in your head, like, it feels to me like that digital signage, that plane are now kind of coming online for you, but you're never going to let go of that organic feel. Talk to me about social, like when you approach your brand and social media, how do you keep up with it? Because it is a slug,
Right, it is. I have a great team. Oh my gosh, like I have killers on this team. They are so good, and they believe in the mission, and they know what they're doing is a big deal, and then we get to help people, and like I said, really great times in their lives for so long, and then really sad times in life where we get to be a really big influence and just very, very helpful. So I have just the best team, and so that helps. The social media part of it is to be a business owner, you have to be a creator right now. And I think the big mistake I made personally, one of the biggest, I've made a gazillion, but one of the biggest mistakes I made as far as social media is I didn't personally brand me soon enough. And I had a limited belief on that I thought I was protecting my family. I thought I was protecting me, and was in a coaching program and heard this, and I was like, oh my gosh. Here's the deal. He's like, your personal brand is you all the time, because at any time you're not going to own that company. And that's true. At any time, I might not own Amy Stockberger Real Estate forever. That's a reality. I will always be Amy Stockberger though. So me not pushing out my personal brand soon enough was a real miss. And so I'm very intentional with my agents about that. I'm like, you guys, you need to have that square of making sure you have the personal that's going into that. So you're building that brand, because this might not be you forever, but you might be doing something else, so you have to bring that with you. So if for anybody who hasn't done that, do your personal brand. That is like a big thing. You need to really be intentional about that. And our branding, again, we're very systematized, really leaning into AI and a lot of things. We have a handful of prompts that output a ton of content for us, that we've created, and so that helps a lot. I have a wizard, Morgan Fram. She's just a little badass, and so we have our themes. Every single day has a theme for Amy Stockberger Real Estate. Every single day has a theme for Amy Stockberger, and we follow that theme, and then we just break it down based upon what my 90-day goals are for each one of those, my personal brand and for Amy Stockberger Real Estate. And we don't hit the mark all the time by any means.
So I'd love to ask this question. If you're a business owner and you're thinking about content and you haven't done it, listen up, because I think, I don't know your answer to this. I'm biased to data. Do you sit and look at that intensely, the data? Like how many impressions, how many converted, who are we getting in front of, where do we need to be? Because that's a system that if you can give any advice or like a look into that system, I think you'd help a lot of people based on our conversation.
Totally. We've automated a lot of that analytics just to see where we're at and who we're hitting, if followers, non-followers. You know, that's the big thing, especially with my personal brand, because we also have a coaching company where we help agents nationwide. And so if I'm just hitting just here, it's really not being effective on that side of what I'm looking for. And so we're always changing.
I want to stop there for a second. This is so important. Local, like talking locally and talking nationally is a totally different strategy. 100%. Not only in what you say, but who you're targeting.
Yep.
And I see some of your national ads, just so you know, not ads, pardon me, your organic stuff, and I can tell, right? And then when I can see your local stuff, I can tell.
Right.
And you're doing both of those strategies at the same time. And
Which is
so,
hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. And it's because your ideal client profile is different. So Amy Stockberger Real Estate's ideal client profile is buyers and sellers, obviously.
Yeah.
And then it's also agents, attraction and retention of good real estate agents. Yeah. And then it's vendors, it's our community business owners. So we have really 3 ideal client profiles that we're going after and tracking, which again are very different ideal client profiles. So our themes are different based upon who we're trying to hit that day. And so it is a little bit hard because when we're looking at our analytics, like who are, you know, if we're hitting maybe company business owners is what we're looking at, or are we hitting, you know, the sandwich generation who's trying to, you know, sell their parents' house to get them into senior living. And so those analytics are hard. It is hard to decide on those. And then Amy's personal brand is the same thing. I still want to talk to the buyers and sellers because we are the best at connecting buyers and sellers, I feel. And I still want to talk to the agents on how I can help them grow here locally and attract good agents. You know, and we have no desire to be a mega brokerage by any means. I don't want to upset my culture. We have just some real high producers who are just great servapreneurs. So if we top 50, I don't think I would even get close to the number 50. But I want to just keep agents in here who are servapreneur mindset and follow, you know, our vision, and are in line with our vision, I should say. But then I'm also talking to agents nationwide because I do have a proven system and strategy that they can take and copy and paste into their market. And I've built out digital courses. I have territorial licensing that we sell out. We have all these things. So it is a different audience. So I feel like, and that's always been my hardest thing. And we're always looking at those analytics like, okay, who are we actually touching right now? And is the messaging the right messaging? Yeah. So knowing like 2026, we do our year planning in a couple of weeks for 2026. We have to do them 2 separately. We're doing ASRE, Amy Stockberger Real Estate, different than a year planning for Amy Stockberger. We just have to this year. There's no way that those can be the same.
Yeah, I'm curious because it's written all over your walls here. You definitely have a culture here. So to talk more about, you know, you are a fierce competitor. You're also extremely empathetic and kind, and you're always thinking about your customers.
You have a big heart.
So I would love to learn how you balance that. I mean, I see it in the walls, and you know, we'll take a walk here in a second. But you know, stay humble and hustle hard. Like I see it, I see that all over here. Tell me about your culture. What are your beliefs here, and you know, how do you navigate that? Personally, just being a fierce competitor, but also extremely empathetic and kind.
Well, you probably see it, but above my door are the words, be the leader you would follow, because oftentimes in the past I haven't been. Yeah. You know, I've noticed that like my leadership skills have grown because I wasn't always the leader I would follow. Because I am competitive. I hate losing more than I love winning, and this girl loves to win. And so, but sometimes that's not in a good alignment with being a good leader. And now I very much am very passionate about building the people so that people build the business and building everybody to a leader in our business. And so our culture is great. We have an average agent tenure of 7.5 years, which is unheard of in our industry. You know, our industry has like one of the highest fallouts. Like 87% of agents quit within the first 3 years. I mean, it's just it's a terrible, you know, fallout for this industry. And I have like my ops. She's one of my best friends too. She's been here for like 7,520 years.
Go Natalie.
Natalie, Natty Ice. So we have some longevity of people who, again, we pour into. We want nothing but the best for them. Like I want. Our vision is to build big, juicy legacies for everybody in our ecosystem with our lifetime home support model. That is our vision, and that's what I want for every single one. I want them to win at such a high level, and to do it not in all the ways I made the mistakes.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to do it in a way that's going to alignment to give them. There's no such thing as work-life balance. Everybody tells you that, they're full of shit. But it doesn't exist.
It's true.
There is no such thing as work-life balance. It's what you need to figure out and what's going to work for your life and for your work and what you're willing to do. And when you are in grind season, making sure that your family's on board with it, because sometimes there is grind season where you need to take the opportunity and grind for a little bit, but you have to make sure that your family's in alignment with it, because I did that all wrong very many times. And again, to the detriment of my marriage, my health, my children, you know, on those. So we're really intentional about that too. But our walls do talk. That was a big thing for us, is like making sure that that our people were staying as motivated as possible. I'm a people builder. I'm a cheerleader. I want to be there for them. I want to, like, we have so many awards we give our agents. We have 2 awards we give out every team meeting, and for agents and for staff, because we want that culture of everybody winning together. One of the very first things we do every meeting is gratitudes and wins. Who helped who? What are we grateful? What are we grateful for? So again, it's just everybody lifting each other up and knowing that we do it better together.
So AI, SEO, AEO.
Yes.
Let's talk about it, because you have not only embraced it, you're talking about it a lot, and it's even a product that you guys offer now. That's wild. Doesn't surprise me though.
Oh, so have you guys heard about AI?
This thing?
Yeah, this
Well,
thing.
in South Dakota agriculture, AI can mean something very different.
Right.
Especially if you're on a farm.
Right. Yeah. Artificial intelligence is what we're talking about. So right. Totally. Good point. So we went pretty full force into it in 2024. And the rule actually is with our staff, if they're not using AI first, they're being irresponsibly unproductive. We have over 30 AI agents we built out for our agents, our real estate agents, and for our staff to use. We've automated 60% of our workflow. We have 2 AI digital employees who are being built out in Microsoft Teams, which is where our team communicates in.
Just listening to the calls, right?
Yeah,
Learning.
right. And so what we found is our agents, because we're so intentional on serving, like we have every SOP, process, procedure that lives inside of a learning software. So we use Trainual, which is a learning software. So it's like the Google of Amy Stockberger real estate, right? They can go in and find everything right there, a Loom, a PDF, all that. But we were having that search spiral problem still with our agents. They were getting bottlenecked. You know, when you go out and search for something and you can't find what you're searching for, the result isn't anywhere close to, because everybody searches different, their brains work different. And so I'm like, okay, let's stop the search spiral. One of our core values is being relationship based. Let's just create a digital employee that talks our language, knows our inside jokes, knows every procedure, every policy, every SOP, and lives where my agents are at and my staff is at inside Microsoft Teams. So Sammy's our first iteration of this. She's at Sammy 1.0, and she started out as a beautiful dum-dum, like just dumb as can be. I was at an AI event yesterday, and one of the founders there of it were saying that large language models can be described as a PhD with an ADHD, and I'm like, yes, that's so right? But Sammy, what I said on stage is like, Sammy actually started out as a rebellious teenager dating a no good boyfriend who was influencing her decisions. She was just a dumbass. Like, just to begin with. But she's getting smarter every day, and now she's in beta, ready to get rolled out. But she talks our talk. So when our agents go in and have something they have to search for, they can search for her in a channel they're in, and she responds like us conversationally and gives them what they need, so they're not stuck in search spiral and they can go serve. So Ace will be our admin version, and he will have a voice, and he'll be more concierge for our clients too. Is the plan with him. But also AEO, you talked about that. That's the world we live in. And it's a delicious time to be alive with everything that we have for technology. But I will say before I jump into this, one of the reasons we built out our lifetime home support model was to really hone in on the H to H, the human to human connection. You know, so because it doesn't matter what your B2C strategy is, your B2B, if your H to H is not on point.
What is H to H?
Human to human strategies. So if your human to human strategy isn't in every layer of your business, I feel like you don't have a real good game plan to scale. And the one thing tech can't do is replicate the human to human connection our brains innately need. So what's happening is we're in this time in our world where everything's going so fast with tech and AI, right? Blazing fast, and you can't ignore it. There's just no way you can ignore it. But you also need to know that you have to be layering in a lot of H to H, human to human, in every other part of your business because of this. Right. And so I feel that's how our team is really going to win. AEO, answer engine optimization, is you can't ignore it. It's non-negotiable right now. So we built out a playbook. We call it our AI visibility playbook, and we do it for.
We've implemented it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Doesn't it work? Like
we're number one on Near Me now.
I love it.
Things like that.
Yeah.
So for those that maybe don't know what you're talking about instead of going to Google, I'm going to maybe chat and searching for where do I get a home in Sioux Falls?
Right. So 76% of voice searches are for near me and local businesses, meaning just that, because AI has changed the way people search for products and services. They go to those platforms of choice, whatever it is, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, and they say, who is the best real estate agent in Sioux Falls? Or who is the best HVAC? If you're not showing up in those mentions, you're invisible to 3/4 of a growing market.
Why aren't they showing up today, though?
Yeah, because they're not optimizing their AEO, the answer engine optimization, and you can't. SEO will never go away. I don't feel it's going to change. They'll have some iterations of it, but they have to be taking the steps to make sure they're showing up in those coveted mentions. And those first 2 spots are really the best to show up in. And so I built out a visibility engine, an AI visibility engine that we ran the play for us, and within a month and a half, we had a 220% increase in our Google searches because that helped our SEO.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Then 159% increase in our Google Business Profile views. Wow. And so it's just a non-negotiable, and I feel like in Sioux Falls even there just isn't a lot of talk about it. AI Edge Summit was just yesterday from this taping, which is awesome. It was sold out, and so there was 450 some business owners, salespeople there, which I love to see.
Ready to learn from you. You spoke.
Yeah, I spoke at a tiny little piece. Tiny little piece out there, but it's just a non-negotiable. I think Tony Robbins' quote is that there will be 2 businesses by 2030. And 2030 is what, 4 years away? There'll be the businesses who use AI, and then there'll be the businesses who are no longer in business.
I want to tie the bow in this. Sorry, Melissa. The human element. You're using AI to make your human touches more meaningful. Is that a safe thing to say?
We're not putting AI in place to replace humans. We are implementing AI to help the humans in our ecosystem automate and amplify how they serve. And by doing that, and every time we automate a workflow, that means my staff can add in another level of service. Like, where are there dark spots? Where are there places that we can add in more levels to be of more service? So, like, one thing this year, because we automated so much of our marketing, which is so sexy to me.
That's next episode.
I'm such a systems nerd. But because of that, like, I was able to roll out without my team flipping out. Like, Amy, no, we're overwhelmed. Like, this year we're doing a big gift guide that we're giving out to our clients because we have our 20-year anniversary of our turkey giveaway coming up this month, which is so cool. And we're going to have this big gift guide of all of our vendors where people can go and get these easy, great gifts that likely is. Buying gifts is hard, especially if that's not your love language. It's not my love language, so it's really hard for me. Like, here's a guide of, like, these are the easy things. Here's the easy button. Go out and get this, you know?
So tell us a little bit, you know, we could probably sit here and talk to you all day. I know you probably have a couple of other things to do, right?
Nope, we're doing an 8-hour episode, that's it.
Tell us a little bit about, you mentioned 2030, AI companies, or you're maybe not in business anymore, right? You have to know how to use AI. What is the future? What is the vision for Amy Stockberger Real Estate for the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, we will continue to go down and hopefully be leaders in the AI path in our industry is what our goal is on that, which is going to, again, alleviate workload for my staff where we can add in higher levels of service. So I'm really excited to see what else we can bring in for other concierge level touch points for our clients, which means that my agents win at a high level too, that we'll have agents who are going to be able to have a business that is not only a profitable business, but one that they enjoy at a really high level. That also sets them up that they can one day, when retirement comes for them, they're set up to sell. Because that's one thing our industry has done a really bad job at, is showing agents how to build a book of business that they can actually sell when time comes for them to exit. And we're really intentional in helping them build a service-based, relationship-based business, because those businesses can sell for 50 to 100% more. And so just walking down that path at a faster pace now with AI.
So no robots driving around?
Oh, I'll take a robot. I told Mr. Stockberger I'll
Clean the bathrooms. Yeah, do whatever.
I'll take a robot, no problem.
Well, Amy, we've learned a lot. You've got an incredible company that you've built here over the last couple of decades, an incredible culture. It's always fun to visit your place, and you've got great people. So it's always, when we walk in, you've got dogs, everybody gives you coffee. It's amazing. So thank you so much for being on the show. If you are interested, if you need to find a home in Sioux Falls, click on the link below. And we also, so Amy, is there also other ways where we can find you or follow you?
Yes, we're very Googleable, but you can go out and follow us at Amy Stockberger Real Estate on Instagram or any social media. That's our handle. And if you guys want that gift guide that we're putting out, go out and follow me on Instagram at Amy Stockberger and DM me gift, and I will send you out that gift guide to help making your gift guiding or gift buying process super easy this year.
Speaking of Instagram on the way out, you're a good dancer. You guys are always dancing and singing and doing karaoke. You're having a blast.
Yeah, or we're just doing it. Yeah, All
right, thank you so much, Amy.
Thanks,
really
Amy.
appreciate having you on the show today.
Congratulations with this, you guys. It is so cool. You've done a great job. It's such an honor to be here.
It's an honor to be with you. Thank you, Amy.
This episode of Spotlight Sioux Falls is sponsored by Magnetic. We help businesses grow through content that stands out and software that scales your conversations. Not sure how to build your pipeline? You can find us at magnetic.services. Magnetic.services, your pipeline will thank you.
Thanks for listening to Spotlight Sioux Falls.
These are the stories and the businesses that shape our city. If you heard something today that made you smile, made you think, or maybe reminded you of someone you know in your neighborhood, please share it.
That's how we support local. That's how we grow. And if you know a business owner we should feature, or you want to tell your story, reach out.
Until next time, we're Steve and Melissa, and this is Spotlight Sioux Falls, where local stories get the stage they deserve. Running a business means we all wear a lot of hats, but sometimes you need extra hands, sometimes some specialized talent to keep projects moving.
That's where our friends at Solvo Global come in. Whether you need offshore or nearshore resources or long-term project support, Solvo connects you with the right people to scale your business.
They make it simple. You get trusted talent without the overhead, so you can focus on growth instead of scrambling for help.
Check out the link in our show notes below to learn more about how Solvo Global can support your next big move.